Earth Day falls on the 22nd of April. And since the next DLC for Planet Zoo must be just around the corner, I feel like this date could be worth keeping an eye out for. It could be the date we'll first get teased for the upcoming DLC. And why is that? There are a lot of these awareness days throughout the year that celebrates wildlife, nature, conservation work, or something completely different. Now, we don't often see these celebrations pointed out on Planet Zoo's social medias anymore, but when the game was still young, you could quite often expect to see something on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It was usually just a simple post with a picture from the game and perhaps a fun fact. Nothing important. In the time up to the game's release, these special days were often quite exciting because they were sometimes used to announce an animal in the base game roster. Examples are the Bengal tiger, the red panda, and even the boa constrictor on Snake Day. Since then, the awareness days have mostly not been anything special other than the occasional social media post, which also seems to be a trend that mostly died out over time. But a few times since launch, exciting things have happened on one of these days. The North American Animal Pack is the only DLC being released on a Monday instead of a Tuesday. This was done to make it release on World Animal Day in 2021. Shortly after this happened, our first anniversary animal was teased on World Lemur Day. This is now a long time ago, and I don't believe we have seen anything exciting on these awareness days since then, but let me know below if you remember other examples. And everything I've just mentioned is likely not even relevant to look at anymore, because ever since the layoffs at Frontier in the end of last year, the social medias for Planet Zoo have been handled quite differently, and a lot of the type of post we used to see on a weekly or monthly basis no longer shows up, and this year most of what have been posted have just been about the console edition. So why do I still think Earth Day could be relevant for the upcoming DLC? As mentioned, we can basically ignore every pattern we are used to from the past 4 years. This was also the case with the Spring DLC, which every year has been released around Easter. And as we know, Easter was this year instead used to release the console edition. Still, we know a DLC will come at latest in the end of May, therefore the announcement for it could very well happen this month, even though we no longer have any idea of how many days before the release of the pack it will be announced. Since we in May likely will see the next 2 of the old DLCs being released for console edition, it might make sense to get the new DLC out some weeks before to keep things apart, which means something should happen soon. While we can't look too much at old patterns anymore, some new patterns might start to be taking shape in front of us. This year Frontier started to do monthly live streams for news and similar for their games, and these live streams always falls on the last Wednesday of the month. Planet Zoo Console Edition got announced the day before the first of these streams in January, and in March the Console Edition got released the day before the live stream. Earth Day falls the same week as April's live stream, which should be on the 24th, since that is the last Wednesday of April. Earth Day falls 2 days before this, so I think this could mean a tease for the DLC on Earth Day, which is a Monday, and that tease is then somehow related to this special day. Then the DLC will officially be announced the day after, on the Tuesday, so they can talk more about it during the live stream Wednesday. This appears like a likely scenario to me. What further make me think Earth Day could make sense is the potential theme of the pack. If this indeed is the last DLC, there's a good chance it will feature a lot of highly requested animals that are not yet in the game. And if we base this on the wishlist, animals such as the secretary bird from Africa, the coati from South America, the walrus from around the North Pole, and then the tree kangaroo from Oceania. There isn't really a clear theme for this combination of animals, but they do all have one thing in common: they all live on the same planet, the Earth. This pack could simply just be called Earth Pack, or Earth Animal Pack maybe, or another spin on this word like global or world or something like that, making it easy to tie in with a tease or maybe even release on Earth Day. So the combination of the fact that the DLC will show up before the end of May, the next live stream falling the same week as Earth Day, and the potential for a global themed pack for what is likely the last DLC makes me think we should stay up to date with Planet Zoo's social medias on the 22nd of April. This is of course just a theory, and in the end I could be completely wrong about all of this. So don't hunt me down the street if nothing happens on this day. No matter what, Earth Day is special here on the channel. As part of celebrating Earth Day, I'm doing a fundraising in aid of WWF. My first video about this fundraising is already out, and I hope you might want to check it out and maybe even go and donate some money to this good case. And the second charity video is in the making, so make sure to subscribe so don't miss out on that. Hope to see you soon.